Dakota shocks everyone when she accuses Jamie of being greedy and abandoning his wife and children. In New York City, Dakota Johnson appeared on The Truth Lounge, a talk show famous for making celebrities confess the unthinkable. She wore a white shirt, her hair tied up high, her face determined, a far cry from her usual elegant image. The first few minutes of the interview went smoothly, talking about her new movie, her private life, yoga, her passion for reading. But when the host suddenly asked, someone said Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan were the most perfect on-screen couple of the decade. "What do you think about that?" Dakota sat silently for a few seconds. Then, she said, slowly but clearly, "Jamie Dornan is a great actor, but a disappointing person." The studio audience fell silent. The host was stunned. The camera zoomed in on Dakota's eyes, where the fire had just been lit. Cold accusations. Dakota doesn't hesitate. "I trusted Jamie. We spent 3 years working together, sharing hundreds of hours of intimacy in front of the camera." But behind that politeness was a different person, cold, calculating, and willing to drop everything to climb the ladder. She recalls the time she filmed the final installment of the 50 Shades series. While his wife was pregnant with the third child, Jamie was practically living in L.A. Partying, meeting with studios, negotiating big roles. I asked him, "Do you feel guilty?" Jamie just laughed and said, "That's the price of success, Dakota." That statement, she says, kept her up at night for weeks. "I can't keep silent anymore." At the end of the interview, the MC asked, "Why now? Why did you decide to say this after all these years?" Dakota looked straight into the camera. Her voice dropped, "Because I can't stand seeing millions of people, especially women, admiring someone who isn't worth admiring." Jamie abandoned his wife and kids for a $40 million movie deal. He went on a world press tour while Amelia was raising 3 kids on her own. He didn't show up for his youngest daughter's birthday, Dakota concluded with a line that shocked millions. "I used to think Christian Grey was a character. But now I realize, that's who he is." Social media explodes. "No way." Immediately after the show aired, the phrases, "Dakota accuses Jamie," "Jamie Dornan is a fame seeker," and "Christian Grey is a nightmare in real life," topped Twitter, X worldwide in just 19 minutes. Reactions. At Cinegirl88, Dakota Johnson is not the type to create drama. If she said that, there must be a reason. At Grey Addict Forever, "No, I don't believe it. Jamie is a good father. Dakota is jealous because Jamie is more famous." At Insider Hollywood, "If this is true, Jamie Dornan should explain immediately. His career could collapse overnight." Jamie Dornan, silent. Everyone waited for Jamie Dornan's reaction. But in the 24 hours after the show, there was not a single post, no rebuttal, no shared line from the actor. The media gathered outside Jamie's Notting Hill home. A photo quickly went viral. Jamie standing by the window, one hand on his head, the other holding his phone. A distant look in his eyes. A history of the rip. Old rumors were rekindled. A 2019 interview with Amelia Warner contained the strange line, "Jamie is a free spirit. Sometimes I feel like I'm just a way station." At the time, no one paid much attention. But now, a series of old articles were dug up. The Times. Jamie refused to attend his child's kindergarten graduation. The private vacations without his wife. The secret calls to the director during a family outing. The question began to be asked, was Dakota right? Reaction from the celebrity world. A few stars have spoken out. Emma Watson, "I'm shocked. But I respect Dakota for her courage." Andrew Garfield, "I'm not going to comment. But I know Dakota is a person of integrity. Meanwhile, Charlize Theron posted a cryptic Instagram story. Sometimes the spotlight is so strong, it burns away the mask of hypocrisy. Amelia Warner breaks silence. 3 days later, in a surprising move, Amelia Warner, Jamie Dornan's wife, posted an Instagram post with a sunset photo at the beach with the caption, "Silence is not because I have nothing to say. It's because I'm listening to my heart." Fans seem to understand. It wasn't a denial. It was a silent confirmation. After nearly 72 hours of being buried by the media and social networks, Jamie Dornan posted a 7-minute video on his personal Instagram. The setting is simple. A dark room, dim yellow lights, his voice hoarse. "I know. A lot of people are angry, disappointed, or feel cheated. I won't blame them. I chose to stay silent these past few days because I didn't know what to say. But now, I need to speak." He did not directly deny Dakota's accusation, but did not confirm it either. Jamie chose to accept and avoid. "I made mistakes. There were times when I put work before my family. There were times when I wasn't there when I should have been. But I didn't abandon anyone. I'm a father who loves my children more than anything. And if I ever hurt Amelia, I'm sorry." What caught the most attention was that Jamie did not mention Dakota Johnson at all during the speech. X. Public reaction: "Why don't you dare say her name?" The video has been viewed 12 million times in 2 hours. But instead of calming public opinion, it has added fuel to the fire. Some notable reactions. At True Film Critic: "Why doesn't Jamie dare say Dakota's name? Because he knows she's right." At Dornan Defender: "He apologized. Men are human. Why is there always blame?" At Hollywood Leaks: Inside News: Jamie was forced to post the video by Universal because he's signed a new 3-picture deal. That means the financial damage is threatening his career. 11. A secret meeting. Did it happen? On August 17, People magazine broke the shocking news. Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan met secretly at a private studio in Manhattan. No one knows what the meeting was about, but a photo taken through a frosted glass window shows. Jamie bowed his head. Dakota stood straight, her arms crossed over her chest. Both of their expressions were heavy. A source close to Variety told, "Dakota is not looking for an apology. She just wants Jamie to admit the truth, to her face, and to the public." 12. Amelia Warner makes the final decision. On August 20, Amelia Warner filed for divorce in Los Angeles court. The information was confirmed by her legal representative. The reason listed in the file: unreconcilable values. A copy of the divorce papers leaked to the press. Amelia requests full custody of the children. Jamie has limited visitation rights. She declined the request for financial support, handwriting, "I don't want a dime of what he chose to trade with his family." 13. Dakota's last post. The truth doesn't need acting. On August 21, Dakota Johnson posted a black and white photo. In the photo, there is an empty chair in the middle of the press room. The caption is short and sharp. "I'm done talking. The truth doesn't need acting." The post received more than 6 million likes, hundreds of thousands of comments, most of them supportive and admiring. 14. Fans divided. We used to love Mr. Grey. This event has divided the 50 Shades fan community into 2 camps. #Stand with Dakota, supporting Dakota, calling for a boycott of Jamie's new projects. #Forgive Jamie, believing that Jamie is a complex person, not one-sided. A small protest took place at the premiere of Jamie's new film in London. 20 people wore shirts that read, "Amelia is worth more than an Oscar." A sign read, "Love doesn't have a price." Fame does. 15. Movie projects beginners be affected. Universal announced that it had indefinitely postponed the production of a new action film starring Jamie. Netflix, which has just signed Jamie for a detective series, is reconsidering, an unnamed director told The Guardian. Jamie is a very talented actor. But right now, that name is not safe for the public to use. 16. The last word from the insider. On the 1st of September 2025, in an exclusive interview with Vanity Fair, Jamie Dornan admitted for the first time that he had been wrong. I am not a perfect person. I have lost a lot of things, a wonderful wife, 3 lovely children, and a precious friend in Dakota. He concluded with an apology. I am sorry to Amelia. I am sorry to the children. I am sorry to Dakota. And I am sorry to the audience. If I had the chance, I would have lived differently. 17. After the storm, things will never be the same. Jamie Dornan did not disappear from the entertainment industry, but his image was forever changed. Dakota Johnson was hailed as a new generation feminist icon, daring to speak out, daring to defend, daring to make trade-offs. Amelia Warner became a model of resilience and self-respect, receiving a series of invitations to share, but she still chose to stay silent. 18. Open ending. OR warning. This story is no longer about an actor and an accusation. It has become a symbol of what the entertainment world often hides, the dark side of fame, the consequences of silence, and the price of hypocrisy. Once again, Dakota was right. Christian Grey is just a character. But if he lives like that in real life, the audience has a right to know. Quote,